Well, welcome back to Crawford Street Junction. It's been a while. I've been working on my other layout, which is Coal Pit Lane. The thing that's held me up on Crawford Street is this helix here. I've had another attempt at it for last 2 days, should I say, and I just can't get it in because what it's happening in is obviously I have these struts as they go down for the baseboard to give it strength, and when I'm coming up towards the top I'm hitting these struts so the train can't get under. I've then tried to put the baseboard over the top, come over that way, it just doesn't work anymore. So this is the only thing that stops my layout from running trains. So virtually I've had enough now and decided that I'm doing away with that idea, and the 4-track here, these 2 lanes here go around there. I know there's a break in it in a minute, and then goes over the track going off in that direction. So what I want to do is get these 2 lines now disconnected, and they'll go off in that direction, which will take me across the front of there. And what I might do is just slope it down slightly because of the run it's got, a little bit like Graham's done, but not obviously the same length. So I thought that was a great idea, so if he doesn't mind I'll pinch a bit of his idea, and it seems to work for him. And these 2 lines then will move across so, and then join in and come round of this section. So I'll spend another day and see how I get on, and let you see the progress a bit later on. See you in a bit. Right, so when I last left you, I was putting these 2 tracks back together, which takes me round the corner, underneath the eaves, brings me round, up the hill, and over the tracks, and takes me up in that direction. So that is done now. It just needs a drop of wires putting in, but I have put a test over it and it does run and it's no problem. So that's one part finished for the time being. So what I've left with now is the 2 tracks that come down here. As it's 4-track, so them 2 inners there, they're now going to come down. And what I've got to do here at this point is put another board across now to the new board I've put in there, and then what I can do then is curve this track round, and what that'll do then is take me down that new board there, down, and then start to turn there. So if we get on the other side of the board, I'll show you where it's going to connect up to. Right, so this is where it brings you out. So it's going to curve in front of here and then join up with that there, but at the moment this is too low, because obviously I thought with the helix I could get down this low. It's not possible anymore. So that track there that goes round, and the black you see in the background there, in front of the arches, that is going to have to be lifted from that point right the way around to this point here, and then what that'll allow me to do is bring it round into there. So I'm going to get on with that, and when I get a little bit further on I'll show you the progress I've made, because there's quite a bit involved. Because what I've got to do is take out these posts here, because it's obviously into this terrain. So once I've done that and I've got a little bit further on, I'll show you my progress. Thanks for now. Right, I've now put the extra board in, got the track down on that corner. One of the radius is quite tight, so it's giving me a bigger gap down here, but I'm hoping with a sweeping bend I'll have a better chance of running some decent locos round, but I'll have to do some tests on it first. So there's the extra board in, takes you down now to this section here. So just let me turn round. So this is the section I'm attempting to join into. But I don't know if you can remember here, it had all been landscaped in and plastered up. So I've just ripped that out, cleaned everything up. So the next thing to do now is to take this out here, and the post in the foreground there. I've just got to take them out for the time being. Probably end up being shortened, because now what I've got to do is change the threaded bar on this and lift it all up. So when this is all lifted and I can get it over to the height of this one here, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing. So the next stage now is to lift this, and like I say, it goes right round to the corner, but the other layout's in the way at the moment. Pit Lane, which is just resting there at the second. So I'll get on with taking this out next, and then get back to you. Right, to end this video now, you can see I've got all the stanchions down, all the top of the viaduct up. This is now becoming pretty level. Got a bit more work to do with the threaded bar, and as we turn the corner here now, there's where the bend is going to be. Roughly it'll be either there or somewhere in this direction, depending on what's going underneath. Now I've created this space now on the bottom deck, as it were. Excuse the mess. A bit of a surprise coming up there, so we'll just have to wait to the next video to see what goes in that space. Anyway, that's it from Crawford Street Junction for the time being. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye for now.